Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be continuing our DVWA series, or DEM Vulnerable Web Application, and we'll be exploring CSRF module at a low security level particularly. As we know, cross-site request forgery, or CSRF in short, this attack means an attacker tricks the user or the browser into making an HTTP request to the target site from a malicious site. The request includes the user's credentials and causes the server to carry out some harmful action, thinking that the user intended. For example, we can utilize or we can exploit this vulnerability to change password, transfer money, and so on and so forth. But to be honest, it's a bit difficult to understand. So this is the reason why we need to utilize DVWA to help us to understand what's going on exactly. Okay? Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's head over to Kali Linux VM, and we can access DVWA application. And first of all, we need to set the security level to low, submit. And then we can jump to CSRF, or cross-site request forgery. So this means the request is a fake. Actually, attacker, or this malicious request is generated by, or is tricked by an attacker. Okay, so here, change your domain password. Very simple. So here we can try to, modify the password. For example, 123 and 123, change. And password has been changed. If you notice in the URL, the parameter has been carried in the URL. Very simple, right? And also, for this function, or for this application, we do not need to input old password. So this is the vulnerability. Also, if you check the source code or not, source code of the HTML page, we do not see any CSRF token. This is another vulnerability, and we can view its source code. You can see very simple, and just check to see whether the change parameter exists or not in the request, and then we'll get the new password and confirm password. If these two values equal, and then we'll update the password, insert the new password to the table. Okay, the table, the user table, this is table name. Okay. So now let's close up. So the function itself is very simple. For attacker, how to exploit it, or how to exploit cross-site request forgery. And to do that, we need to launch Burp Suite to intercept the request. Okay. And as before, we need to set the Foxy proxy to Burp Suite, and then we can launch the Burp Suite. Next, start Burp Suite. And we can make the Burp Suite to maximum. And then at the top, we can navigate to Proxy tab and enable intercept option. Now let's go back to the browser and trigger a new request. For example, 1234, 1234, anything, and change. And we can get this request by Bubble Suite. If you are using Bubble Suite professional version, you'll be lucky. We can very easily generate CSRF POC. Okay? You can go to the engagement tools, but you can see because my Bubble Suite is community, so I cannot use this function or this feature, generate CSRF POC. But it doesn't matter. We can copy this request, and then we can go to the website. For example, this website, and generate POC form, and we can copy it. But there is something wrong here. The has missed something. Okay, it doesn't matter. We can fix it manually, and we can vim index. We can generate the page, and then we can use the code editor, because code editor is more efficient for us. We can go to this, and of course here we need to change to HTTP localhost. All right, and I don't think this part is used. We can delete it, and then maybe we can change it to 5. So that's it. And we can save. And then, of course, we can open. We do not need to, use Apache or anything. We can use the extension live server of VS Code to, to open this site. Okay, open it. Oh, I think we need to disable the intercept option. You can see, the fake site or malicious site has been created. If the user click this button, and this, the request would be submitted to, this real website or valid website to change password. Okay, and I do not want to click this button. If you think we must click the button to conduct or to let or to run CSRF attack, you will be wrong. Actually, we can, we can just let the victim access or visit malicious website, and this request would be, or this, the click action would be done automatically. So what I mean? For example, here we can put some script code. Script. Okay. And, or not this one. And we can give this button an ID, like sub. Okay. Submit, not submit. So Windows document. So I think it should be document get. Not F get element by ID. So this means just now we have to manually click the button to submit a request. Of course, this request is malicious, and this request will allow attacker to change password or transfer money. But with this piece of code, with this JavaScript code, even we do not need to manually click the button. Okay, For example, we can use a new password and save, and we can open with live server. Again, this extension, you can install it. You can go to extensions and then search live server. So this would be very, very convenient for us for testing, okay? And we can open with live. Maybe we can close up the existing page. So now we can open with live server. As you can see, even we didn't see the submit button because because of the JavaScript code. This action, the click action, will be done automatically. And of course, now because of the security feature of a browser, the browser prints us as with this, the alert. Are you sure you want to send this information? We can continue. As you can see, password has been changed. So now the password should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh, sorry. Admin 1, 2. We can copy. Okay. Login. As you can see, the password is valid. This means we have already successfully changed the password for admin. And this is done by, let me repeat the steps, what we have already done. First of all, we need to generate this, this fake or malicious site. And, this site, we can put the hidden input element or tag, and we can put the password you want to change, and even we can submit this request automatically by using this piece of JavaScript code. Okay. Before or traditionally we use the iframe to perform such a CSRF attack, but because of the security feature of a browser nowadays, it's not easy, including the image. For example, we can put we can put this the address here, and to change a password. Anyhow, we have already demonstrated how to generate CSRF token. Oh, sorry, not a token. CSRF attack POC, and then successfully exploit the vulnerability of this application. So the major reason why we can exploit it, because we do not need to input old password, also without dynamically generated CSRF token. Nowadays, almost every page has such a token, and such a token will prevent us from conducting such attack. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next. Bye. Have a good day, please.